I must say my own prayers and perform my own temple duties. There's no way I can explain Jehovah to a man like you. You couldn't understand him anyway. Look. Do I have to call the guard?
No, I can still walk.
Eliezer, remember, there is to be no contact with your family. Not even for a moment. It's better this way.
What does better mean to a wounded soul? I could not bear to see them, even if I were allowed. They will despise me when they get the news. I don't want their hate-filled faces in my mind for the rest of my life.
Fire and fear consume a life that has been lived righteously. The great mystery of pain and suffering touches a man who never asked for anything other than a chance to worship and serve his God. Though pain often shouts louder than theology, love whispers loud enough for everyone to hear. Jesus was the still, small voice of his Father God, and was soon going to show a compelling reason why hope is the enemy of despair.
If you only knew how much the Father loves you. Are not two sparrows sold for a penny? Yet not one of them will fall to the ground apart from the will of your Father. And even the very hairs on your head are all numbered. So don't be afraid. You are worth more than many sparrows.
But Master, what do you say to someone who is hungry?
Say, have some of my bread.
But Master, what do you say to someone who hates life?
You are the salt of the earth. You are the light of the world. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good deeds and praise your Father in heaven.
Is this Jesus of Nazareth who has the power to heal?
Yes.
Are you one of his disciples?
I walk with him every day, if that's what you mean.
Then you've seen the miracles.
That depends on what you would call a miracle.
You don't know what a miracle is?
I've seen some strange things. Demons disappearing, water into wine, sickness vanishing, some very strange things.
And you don't call those things miracles?
You can call them whatever you like. I've laid these hands on people who said they were experiencing pain, and like that, the pain disappeared. And yet I'm not even convinced that was necessarily a good thing.
I don't understand you.
Is seeing for the first time a miracle?
Well, I would think so.
Even if all you see around you is ugliness? And what about walking for the first time, or the first time in years? Is that a miracle if you have to walk the same painful path over and over again?
But surely with the healing comes a new way of looking at things.
Who says?
Well, the people who were healed. Aren't they happy about their healing? I've seen people dance for joy at a chance at a new life.
You can only dance for so long, and then you have to face reality.
I'm afraid that reality has been painted a dark color for you, my friend.
Or maybe I'm the one who sees the right color, my friend.
Do you seek something, my daughter?
Is it too bold of me to ask for a miracle?
The Son of Man delights to perform miracles in the Father's will. Tell me your name and what it is that you need.
My name is Mariah. My brother has leprosy and he lives in a leper colony. The priest ordered our home and our belongings destroyed by fire. My sister-in-law and I, we live in the back of one of our relatives' homes, and they give us a little bit of food each day, and we're free to come and go as we please, but no one talks to us. We're like outcasts. What hope do we have for the future? None.
It sounds like several people need miracles today, my daughter. The Father has seen all your suffering, Mariah. Come, follow me.
Let me go call my sister-in-law. I'll be right back.
The bread of life will wait for you over there.
Is it really true? Can Jesus of Nazareth bring a miracle into our lives? Can he heal Eliezer? Can he bring peace to my soul and make Susanna content again? Is he the Messiah? I heard those words. No one's ever spoken like that before. He sounded like a prophet, but yet the love of God shone through his eyes. Forgive me, Jehovah, for praying this way, unwashed and in a hurry, but are you my Father? Do you really love me the way Jesus says you do? Can you heal Eliezer? Is it your will? The scriptures say you can. Or will more punishment come to our lives because I am so bold? Is this what Job meant when he wrote, "After my skin has been destroyed, yet in my flesh I will see God"? I myself will see him with my own eyes. I and no other. And then Job said, "How my heart yearns within me. Do I dare to hope?"
Well, Mariah, it's about time you've come.
Suzanne, I found...
More food for us to eat? Is that why you're so happy, my husband's sister?
He called me my daughter.
Me? Who? Who spoke to you?
The bread of life.
What nonsense are you spouting? What are you talking about?
Jesus of Nazareth told me where I'd find the bread of life.
Bread? Where? Did you bring some for us to eat?
He said to follow him.
To where? Where is he leading you?
To peace. Oh, sister, you must come and meet this Jesus. He's offering us hope.
Hope for what?
Hope for a miracle.
What right has he to offer us hope? If God wanted us to have hope, he would have rescued your brother and healed him long ago.
But how do you know that?
How do I know? Do you think you're the only one who has prayed? Do you think you're the only one who has pleaded with heaven for a miracle? Do you think you're the only one who has tears in her eyes each and every day?
Oh, sister, I did not mean to upset you.
Mariah, we have a roof over our heads. My cousin Jacob the tanner, he gives us a place to live and a little food for us to eat each day. That's all we can hope for. I just don't want to anger him by going to see Jesus, and I just won't endanger what little hope I have.
But you won't even give him a chance.
There is no chance, Mariah.
Well, then I at least will go.
No, Mariah. You'll anger my cousin and he will let you live here.
Well, then I'll find someplace else to live.
No, Mariah. It's not worth it. Stay here with me.
I can't live in a place filled with the memory of pain. I'd much rather live and follow Jesus for the hope that he offers.
No. Please stay here. Please don't leave.
I'm not leaving you, sister. I'm leaving your despair.
Then go if you must.
Here we have our luxurious accommodations, straight from the palaces of kings. Here's some rags, fresh from, someone's garbage can. Delicacies, such as would delight any king. Oh dear, our guests seem to have eaten them all. Oh well. Soon you'll forget your old way of life and you'll get used to the way things are around here. It's better that way.
How can you speak of better in this place?
Well, I was only trying to be nice. There's really nothing better about it here.
How can I live like this?
That's simple. Don't think. You can sleep over there. That's where the men sleep. They'll gather up whatever straw they can find after the fields have been harvested to try to make it a little softer. See old Joseph over there? He snores. You'll want to stuff some rags in your ears while you still have ears. Watch out for Simeon. He steals at night. Keep your stuff to yourself. When the bread comes, the younger men, they'll try to come after you, to come and get all the bread first, because they still have their strength. They'll even try and take some from you. But James takes a stick and beats them if they get too greedy. I get lots of fresh air. I beg every Tuesday. I'll show you how it's done. Stay away from the religious people. They are the worst almsgivers. Unless it's right before a feast or they're on their way to the temple to give a sacrifice. Then you'll want to go up to them. They feel guilty, so they'll give you almost anything. You stay near the road where the travelers are. Ask the travelers. They'll give us anything to get us away from them. Soon, you'll outbeg me.
So, where do we pray?
Pray.
We do pray, don't we?
What would we have to pray for?
We could pray for healing, couldn't we?
Listen, I have lived in this hellhole for 20 years. No one has ever been healed. Miracles are not for us. Get that straight right now. This newcomer wants a place to pray, does he? As if Jehovah would listen to us in a place like this. As if there is a Jehovah at all. 20 years. Thousands of days. Millions of minutes. And not a single one has passed with so much as a loving word from a healthy person.
priests despise us. The merchants curse us. The children run away in fear. The women, they leave old, rotten food for us. What I wouldn't do for a fresh baked piece of bread. I never had a husband or children. I was forced to leave my village when I was 25. They hated me first because I didn't marry their men. And second, because I got sick and they were threatened by my illness. When they kicked me out, I had only the clothes on my back. That first week I was so hungry, I stole bread from a toddler when his mother wasn't looking. God, if you're listening, I hope you know how much I hate your rotten world and all the people in it. Go ahead, punish me. I deserve it. I'm not afraid of you or what you say or do. To me, you've done enough already.
And then Peter said to Philip, "Philip, hand me my cloak." And Philip said, "That old thing, why, it has more holes in it than your fishing nets have."
Peter has quite a temper. What did he say then?
Well, at first I thought they were going to get in a quarrel. Peter said, "You better watch out, Philip." Then all of a sudden this grin came over Peter's face and he said, "With this cloak, I will be a better fisher of men than you will ever be, Philip." Then they both started laughing.
Then Peter is changing, Mary.
We're all changing, Mariah, even you.
What do you mean I've changed?
Mariah, no one who has ever met the Master ever stays the same. It's as though he looks into the deepest part of our hearts, and everything that he sees, he touches with God's grace.
I've lived a hard life, Mariah. Jesus healed me when I was tormented by 7 devils. They are all gone now, and I know they will never come back. My soul is filled with a new love for the Father that I have never known before in my life.
I know what you say is true. I do feel different somehow. I used to cry myself to sleep at night, and I would dread looking into people's faces because I knew they were accusing me of being unclean. But then I looked into Jesus' eyes, and for the first time I saw love.
Are you having trouble sleeping, my friends?
Master, sometimes your words or your actions fill us with such joy that it's hard for us to get to sleep. Excuse us, we will return shortly.
And are you thinking about what I said today?
Yes, I have, Master.
Please, go on.
When you spoke of forgiving a brother who sins, I thought of my brother, Eliezer.
Your brother who has leprosy.
Yes.
I think it's time I met him.
Oh no, Lord, you can't meet him. He has leprosy.
Yes, I know he has leprosy. But the Father's love is stronger than any disease.
Yes, but...
Is it near the truth that you don't want to meet him?
He?
The truth is, Mariah, that every break in a brotherhood wounds the heart of God. In His universe, all is united by Him. In His kingdom, all voices are one. All hands are joined. There is no sickness in heaven, Mariah. All that is gone. Here, while I am on earth, I mirror that blessedness. I cannot stand what the devil has done to this precious world, Mariah. And I do the Father's will to undo the evil Satan has brought here. Your relationship with your brother was given you by God. When you see him, forgive him for the pain his illness has caused. Then I can do God's work in both your lives.
But I don't know how to forgive him. And how can he possibly forgive me for not helping him all this time?
Trust me, when the time comes, Mariah. All I need is your willingness. All things are possible with God. My friends, we must try to sleep. We must work the Father's will tomorrow.
He said that I'd see my brother tomorrow. But how? And where? And what will I possibly say to him? And why would Jesus want to see him? Can he cure Eliezer? Too many questions. I need to sleep. But what if Jesus is who he said he was? What then?
Don't you see that whatever enters the mouth goes into the stomach and then out the body? The things that come out of the mouth come from the heart. And these are what make a man unclean. For out of the heart come evil thoughts, murder, adultery, sexual immorality, theft, false testimony, slander. These are what make a man unclean. But eating with unwashed hands does not make him unclean.
Unclean. I only come to beg a scrap of bread.
Friend, what are you doing?
Master, he's a leper. If he touches any of us, we'll all be unclean.
Have you heard nothing I've said today, Judas? This man's skin condition does not make him unclean. Is his illness any uglier in God's eyes than the demon-possessed that you yourselves helped heal in Galilee? What about the old woman in the synagogue that I healed 2 days ago? Is God's love only for the beautiful? Mariah, introduce me to your brother.
Go away. I am beyond hope.
Let me take you to a man who can give you hope from God. I was angry with you, but Jesus taught me so much about myself. I thought that you brought us pain and suffering because of your illness. I forgive you, and I only ask for you to please forgive me. Eliezer, meet Jesus of Nazareth, the Messiah of Israel.
I have sinned. God is punishing me.
Son, what makes you think this sickness is caused by sin?
It is the will of God that I suffer.
And what if I told you that the Son of Man knows the Father's will and does it every day? And most of that will is the healing of mankind.
If you are willing, you can make me clean.
I am willing, my son. Be clean.
I'm clean. I'm clean. Oh, thank you.
Friends, Eliezer has a task to do. Let us give him some bread and send him on his way.